Hello everyone, welcome to all in this lecture. In this lecture, I am going to discuss measurements of volume from contour map or contour plan. So these are the basic method generally we adopt to calculate or to measure the volume. The first one is from the cross section. If the cross section is given, so we can calculate measurement of volume. So these are the methods are given for cross section to calculate the volume. Next one is from the spot level. So according to the syllabus, or in this lecture, I am going to discuss mainly from contour, from the contour plan, how we can measure the volume. So the first method is by cross section, by equal depth contour, by horizontal planes, capacity of reservoir. So that we'll discuss one by one. So before the discussion of this measurement of volume from the contour map, first I will discuss the two basic formula to calculate if we have the area of different section, so we can calculate the volume. So the first method we have trapezoidal method, and second method so first method we have trapezoidal formula, and the second method is prismoidal formula. So in the previous lecture that I discussed for this, for example, suppose this area. In the previous lecture, we have discussed how we can calculate cross section area. So suppose this total length of base, that is ND, and this total base length is divided in number of ordinates, like first one, second one, like this. Okay, that was trapezoidal in section. Okay, the first one name is 01, then 0, 0, 01, 02, 03, 04, like this. Okay, up to n number, ON. Okay, it was like this. So how we can calculate the area? We have discussed trapezoidal formula. That was d by 2 if d is the distance between two successive ordinate or offset. Two offset, right? So that was d. Means whole length we have divided in n number of parts. So that length of one division will be d. So d is the distance between two consecutive ordinate. So d by 2 into O0 plus ON divided by 2. If 2 is there, then we write it. So we have discussed the formula. I am writing directly. Area is equal to d into O0 plus O n divided by 2 plus O1 O2 O3 2 plus O n minus 1. So this is the trapezoidal formula. Right. So this formula again I am going to use to calculate the volume. See, suppose let's give a name like this one we are giving name A1. Like this section, I am cutting this whole volume in number of section at equal division. So I am cutting from like this. I am giving this area. For the area, cross section area we are getting at this point, I'm giving a name A1. Again we can cut like this, giving a name A2, A3, A4, and the last one giving a name that is AN. Right. So we can apply the trapezoidal formula to calculate the volume. So similarly, we can write V is equal to, and their distance is D. Their distance is D. So we can write D into, in place of A0, it will be first ordinate. So here the first area, that is A. A1 plus AN divided by 2 plus A2, A3, A4 up to AN minus. This is the basic formula. What was the assumption to calculate the area? Their assumption was that ground between two ordinates will be uniform slope like this. Suppose the ordinate is O0, this is O1, O2. So ground will be like uniform slope. In this case also you will get, like in the figure, you are getting like, okay, A1 will be equal to A2, but suppose you are getting some different value. So in between these two, A1 and A2, for example, so you will find a uniform slope, right? Like this, like this, like this, like this. So there is a assumption. So we will apply this. Okay, where A1, A2, A3, A4 are the cross-sectional area. Cross-sectional area at first position, then next position, that is whatever the distance we have taken. But we have taken, suppose we have taken 20 meters. So after 20 meters, like zero distance, this will be 20, this will be 40, this will be 60, like that. Okay, so that is at zero distance, whatever the cross-section area is A1, at 20-meter distance, whatever the cross-section area is A2. And at 40-meter distance, that cross-section area is A3. So like that. Okay, so we can calculate the volume using this formula. So it can be can be in the question. It can be possible like, okay, the area is directly given like A1, A2, A3, A4. So you can calculate the volume. If area is not given and that the data is given in terms of ordinate, so what we will do? We will first calculate the area A1. Then you will calculate the A2. Then you will calculate the A3. Then you will calculate, after calculating A1, A2, A3 up to AN, then you can go for the calculation of volume. But that problem will be very lengthy. So when you are in the question, when you will find that you have to calculate the volume, so area will be given. Trapezoidal formula. So in the previous lecture, I have discussed how we can calculate the area. I have given a name that for this one, A1. These are given A2. This one I have given name A, right? Okay, so in the previous lecture, in the terms of ordinate, if data is given, then we can calculate the area. So that was according to the trapezoidal formula. That was D by 3 into first reading O0 plus last reading ON plus 4 into 4 into, you can write this first reading is here, and you can start with the second reading. So that our 1, 0, 1 plus 0, 3, 0, 5, it will go up to the 0, n minus 1 plus 2 into 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 6, like this. Okay, so once at a particular cross section, if the ordinates are given at a constant interval like D, so you can calculate the area. And once area is given at a constant interval, so that also we can imagine like D. So if D interval area, cross section area is given, so by using the cross section area and using the same formula, like same pattern, we can calculate the volume. So in terms of volume, we can write V divided by D by 3. D by 3. Okay, this D is the distance between two successive cross-section area, or two consecutive cross-section area, right? So we can write A1, the first reading that is in the figure. You can see the A1, we have given name A1. So A1 plus last reading AN plus 4 into A2 plus A4, A6 up to so on. Here 2 into see A1, A2, then A3, A5, and so. This formula is important to calculate the area. This formula is important to calculate the volume. Okay. You can see the derivation also in the book somewhere. So I have discussed this formula I have written here. Now, the third method was to calculate the volume, that was from the contour. So the first one is the by cross section. So how we can calculate volume from the contour map by using the cross section. So see, this is the figure. You see figure, this one. So this is the contour plan. Contour map also we can say. Okay, but according to this line, dotted line, it is shown in the figure. So that is drawn a cross-section view. Cross-sectional view. So by drawing a cross-section, so this is the basically cross-section that you can show in the figure. This one. This is showing the actual ground pattern or actual features of the ground. This one. Right. But we want ground in a finished surface like this one. Like this. We want ground in a particular gradient like this. That I have shown by green line. So that you can see it. So actual ground is like this, and we want ground it should be in a proper gradient like this, A to B. So what we will do, you can see here that actual ground is below the what ground we want, what the grading we want. Okay, so here we have to fill, we have to do the filling. Okay, but or here also, left side or right side, here also you can say we need to fill in, because actual ground is just below what gradient we want. But in the case of here, you can see like ground is elevated according to the required gradient, like this. So this portion we have to cut. We have to cut. So this is cutting. Okay, so this we can cut it. So according to this, by drawing a cross-sectional view, we can calculate the area. We can calculate the area by planimeter. So there is an instrument. So by keeping on a map, you can get the area. Okay. So once you have the area at a particular section, section like this one. So now what we will do, we will draw a cross section at a particular interval. Just we will fix the interval like 1 meter. So again, at a 1 meter interval, suppose this cross section area of this one is A1, for example, A1, right? So now we have the A1 by we can calculate the cross section area at this for this section by drawing the cross section. So A1 we have. Now we can calculate the area for this according to this section. So the area we give the name A2. Similarly, we can calculate for A3. This side also we can go like A4. So once we have the A2, A3, A4, A4, A5. So by using this trapezoidal formula, and arithmetic formula, we can calculate the volume. We can calculate the right. So basic thing like this contour plan we have. So this contour plan we will divide a number of section at equal interval. So this interval will be D. So this, suppose this, whatever the cross section we have, we will calculate according to this line. So that is A1. This line A2. You can take the other line, that is A3, like this. Say this graph is given according to this line. Okay. So this method is called by cross section. Next method we have by equal depth contour. By equal depth contour. So first understand this figure by equal depth contour. What is equal depth contour? So let's see first this graph is the actual contour. This is also called ground contour. This graph is, we say, ground contour. What it is? Ground contour. Ground contour means this is the actual ground feature. Okay. So this graph is showing the actual ground conditions. Okay. So what we have done, what is this dotted line? We want that finished surface according to this contour. Like you can see in the figure. We want whatever the dotted line is given in this picture, that is finished surface. Finished surface. Also we can say grade contour. Grade contour. Okay. Actual ground is like this. That is shown by this thin line. Okay. And we want grading according to dotted line. But I get your point. According to dotted line. It means, let's see at this point. At this point. What is the elevation of this actual ground? So see this line. See this line, you can see here. This line is showing the actual ground elevation. Actual ground elevation. Okay. So this elevation of this this point, you can see the contour is 15. Okay. So contour is 15. So suppose this contour 15 is 15 meter. So this elevation of this point, the ground is 15 meter from the benchmark. Okay, or from the mean sea level, whatever. From the benchmark. But at this point, you can say this graph is going like going here. So at this point where we required 14 meter elevation of ground. For example, this is the ground like this. At this point, actual ground height is, according to the figure, 15 meter. Okay. But we want, at this point, we want the ground elevation is ground elevation. At this point, we want ground elevation is 14 meter. Okay. Because whatever the dotted line in this figure, that is showing finished surface or contour or grade contour, means we want ground at that elevation at that point. Okay. So what we have to do? At this point, we want that actual ground is 15 meters from the benchmark. We want it should be 14 meters. So 1 meter we need to do cutting. So this 1 meter portion we have to do excavation for cutting. Okay. So this point it is required cutting. So that is in a circle it is shown by 1. 1 meter cutting required at this point. Okay. Now see, this point again is showing this is contour. So contour, what is contour? Contour is the imaginary line which joins the equal elevation. So this line is also 15 meter elevation, but at this point we want a 30 meter elevation. It is also a contour line we can say, but that is grade contour. What the contour we want, what the gradient of ground we want. Okay. So at this point we want 30 meter. So we need to do cutting for 2 meter. Cutting for 2 meter. So in figure you can see wherever you will see like when grade contour, when grade contour intersect with ground contour, it will give us the how much amount we need to do cutting. It is giving us cutting height. Okay, so at every point, see this dotted line is showing. This is also, you see this every dotted line in this picture is showing the grade contour. Means what ground we want, what gradient of ground we want, and the thick line, this one is giving the actual ground conditions. Okay, so every intersection point you can see this this line. Take this line, this 60 meter contour. So see, we are getting gradient at this point. So at this point we want 15 meter elevation. So 1 meter we need to do cutting. At this point we want 14 meters. So we need to do cutting 2 meters. At this point we want 13. So we need to do 3 meters. So once it is done, once you are given the name at every intersection between the grade contour and ground contour. Okay. So just draw a line. Just draw a line of same cutting value like this one. Here it is required 2 meter cutting, here it is required, so draw a line like this. At this line that is denoted in the figure by thick line. What is this thick line? Thick line is showing the equal amount we need to do cutting, equal amount of cutting, like other graph. See, this graph is showing 3 meter cutting. This graph is showing 4 meter cutting. This graph is made of 1 meter of cutting. You will see whatever in between this, it's need cutting. It's need. So what we can do by using the planimeter, we can calculate the area. Like this one, we have calculated the area 1. This one area B A2. This one area A3. This one area A4. So once we have, and this cutting is in going on in vertical direction like this. Like this. For this graph, like we got A1, A4 at this level, and distance between these two are 1 meter cutting, so it required 1 meter cutting. At this A3, I'm giving a name, this required 2 meter cutting. At this point, it is required 3 meter cutting. 3 meter of depth. They're giving a name. This required 4 meter cutting, and its name is given A1. Right. So see, distance between is vertical distance is in between. You can see What is that? 3 meter cutting, 4 meter cutting, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. So once we have the D value and once we have the area by using the planimeter, so we can calculate volume by using the trapezoidal method or sigmoidal method. Right? Are you getting a point? This thin line, it's showing, what is showing? Ground contour, means actual what ground we say. Means simple we can say contour. This is contour line. Okay, and the dotted line, thus we have provided a grading like this. So this is dotted line is showing, grade contour. Means what contour we want, what gradient of this surface we want. Like we want like this in the figure. At this position, the contour should be at 30 meter. So जहाँ पे 30 नहीं है वहाँ फिलिंग करेंगे, जहाँ पे 30 से ज्यादा वहाँ कटिंग करेंगे. This at this point is required 12 meter. तो जहाँ पे ग्राउंड इससे ऊपर है उसको कटिंग करेंगे, जहाँ नीचे है वहाँ फिल करेंगे. Okay. So this intersection between the contour and the grade contour, it is give us the amount of how much depth we can go for the cutting. So equal amount of cutting, if we join a line with equal amount of cutting, so that is shown by the thick line. So whatever the area is formed by the thick line, we can calculate by the planimeter, and we can calculate the volume. So this volume will give us the total cutting, total volume of cutting, So that is we use to calculate the volume of earthwork. From horizontal contours by the horizontal planes. So this method is very similar to the previous one by equal depth contour. So in this same method, what we will do, like see this thin line. This line is showing the contour, or we can say ground contour. Okay. And this line, dotted line, see here, dotted line, this one, dotted line is grade contour or finished surface. What surfaces, what gradient of surfaces we want. Okay, so see, look at this. At this point, you can see this. This is the 12 meter contour is running. And at this point, see, at this point, actual ground is 12 meter from the benchmark, but we want only 11 meters. So we required 1 meter cutting at this point. At this point also 1 meter cutting. Here also, see, ground is 12 meter of elevation. We want 12. So he required 1 meter cutting. So by joining a line of equal amount of cutting, equal amount of depth of cutting, so that will give us a curve. That is, you can see in the figure. So that is, we are getting closed curve by joining the P. So P is showing the equal value. So that you can see in the figure like this. This one, I'm talking about this. Right. So once it is done, we got this curve, got this line. So once it is done, what we will do? See, at this point, we'll see Okay. See, at this point, and let's talk about this. At this point, see, actual ground is 12 meter and we want 12 meter. So at this point, we don't require, at this point, don't require no cutting and no filling. So at this point, ground elevation is 12 meter and required gradient or required elevation is 12 meter. So we no cutting, no filling, right? But see, if you are going inside this curve like this one, you are going inside, it shows what it's showing. See, it shows this ground elevation is 12 meter, but we are going ground elevation is 12 meter and we want only 12 meter in this case, like this one, 12 meter here, and this one is also 12. So we require less than 12, between 11 and 12, like this. Okay, so whatever the amount we are getting beyond this line, beyond this point, so that will be give us the cutting. So this amount will be cutting. We need to do cutting at this. Negative one. Similarly, at this point, let's talk about this point. Okay, at this point, C, required elevation is 13 and actual ground is 13. So we don't require at this point no cutting, no filling. No cutting and no filling. But beyond this point, you will see that required ground is less. Required elevation for this beyond this point is less, but actual ground is more. So we have to go for the cutting. Similarly, you can see all the figure. So by using the planimeter, we can calculate area of this one. So given in, let's start from here. Like this one is A1, this one is A2, this one is A3, A4, A5, A6, like this. And in between, we know the distance, vertical distance, that is 1 meter interval. This is also 1. So 1D we have 1 meter, whatever the area we will get by using the planimeter. By using the formula for by using the formula of trapezoidal and the pyramidal formula, we can calculate the volume. Okay, so let's write the formula once. The trapezoidal V is equal to D into A1 plus A1 by 2 plus A2, A4, or A3, right. And for the pyramidal we can write D by 3 to A1 plus AN plus 4 into A2 plus 2 into A3 . And the next method, by using that, we can calculate volume. So that is by capacity of reservoir. So in this case, you can see that grade contour will coincide with ground contour. So in this case, you will see the finished surface. The finished surface is water surface. And we know that water surface is truly representing a level surface. So in this case, we can say that finished surface is nothing but level surface. And level surface means in this on this surface you can say like reduced level will be equal, elevation will be equal, and the point, a line joining the point of equal elevation, that is called contour. So in this case we can say both are same, both will be coincide. Okay, so how we can calculate the volume? So we can calculate the volume. So we will assume that this whole volume will be uh, divided into horizontal slice. See here, this is like a reservoir. Okay, and this is one contour, this is the second contour, and whole volume is divided in number of horizontal slices. Okay, so this area, whatever the area is, we are getting by this contour. Let's say a name like, for example, this one is say 100 meter. Elevation of this contour is 100 meter, and area we are getting at this contour is A1. Suppose this uh, elevation is 99 meter, this is 98, this is 97, this is 96, this is 95, 94, 93. So each here contour interval is 1 meter, we can say. Vertical distance between successive contour, that is contour interval, that is 1 meter in this case. Let's say H. Okay. This area we can get A2, give a name that this area is A3, then this one is A4, this one is A5, this one is A6, this one is A7, this one is A8. Okay. So now we have a number of slices, that whole volume we have divided in a number of horizontal slices, and we have area of each slices that we have given a name A1, A2, A3. So by using a trapezoidal formula or Simpson formula, we can calculate, sorry, prismoidal formula, we can calculate volume. So here in this case, trapezoidal formula, we can write, what is that? V is equal to, in this case, H, that is distance between successive, vertical distance between successive contour, or we can say contour interval. So that is H into A1 plus A2. Or in general way, we can write AN. Last one is here in this case is A8. But general case, we can write A1 plus AN divided by 2 plus A2 plus A3 and so on. Okay. For example, formula we have H by 3 into A1 plus AN plus 4 into A2 A4 function plus 2 into A2 into A3 A5. So by using this two formula, we can calculate the volume. And we can calculate either this using the trapezoidal formula or pyramidal formula also. First question, we have the areas, the area within the contour line at the site of reservoir and the face of the proposed dam are as follows. So contour, that RL is given 101 meter elevation, let's assume in meter. Area is given for that. So let's give a name. Okay, so that is, I'm giving a name like suppose A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9, right? 3, 6, 9. Okay, and then taking one as a 1 meter at the bottom, obviously this will be a less reduced level, so this will be a bottom, and this will be a top level, yes, it will show like this. Here is 109 and here is 101. Here, this one area we are getting here. So at 109 area we are getting at this point 2512, and here we are getting the area that is 1000 meters. Now we can apply the trapezoidal formula, or we can apply joindle formula. So trapezoidal formula, I'm going to apply. So I'm writing the formula here. So H, see what is the vertical distance? See, H we are getting here 1 meter. 1 meter. A1 plus A9 in this case, A2 into A2 plus 2A6. Right? So by using this formula, putting the value A1, A2, A3 to A9 and H, that is 1 meter, so you will get the value that is 8005 600. Now we can apply the trapezoidal formula. H into H divided by 3, A1 plus A9 plus 4 into 3, A2, A4 plus A6 plus A8, right? Now, plus 2 into odd one. So A3, A5, A7, right. Put the value, will get the result. So we'll get the value 7, 8, 6, 8, 7, 8, 6, 8, double, triple, 0. So you will find that by using the different formula, you will get the different result. Okay, so you can calculate the volume by capacity of reservoir. We can calculate like this. Okay, and this area, whatever I mentioned here, this one A1, A2, A3, A4. So by using the contour map, we can calculate by this area by using the planimeter. Okay, these are the some references that are taken to make this lecture. Thank you.